I'm about to eat Costco's prepared meals for 4 days.
Isn't it funny how we all have like full names, not half names, not 1/4 of a name, unless if your name is Penny or something. Wait, that didn't make sense, but it kind of did. We all have full names. Isn't that cool? Mine, for example, is Timmy Alpha Takeout. Edwards is Edward Cullen. At least that's what Bella calls him. And then Sarah Paulson's is Sarah. Oh God, Shelby. Paulson. Even some stores have a full name, like Costco Wholesale. Sale is the last name, Whole is the middle name. And it's spelled W-H-O-L-E, just to be clear. In this video, we're gonna be eating only Costco food for 4 days. We bend and snap. I just felt like doing that, I'm sorry. It's becoming a habit now. So yeah, I'm gonna be eating Costco food, from the prepared meals they have to some frozen food and some little snacks that I find along the way. I'll be reviewing everything I try and giving you my brutally honest opinions. Listen, I don't care if Costco's middle name is gaping. That won't distract me from speaking the truth. You guys know I've tried a lot of Costco's food court food in the past, but I've never tried any of their other food, none of it. So I'm really excited to experience all of it, and maybe we'll get some food court food if there's something new that I haven't tried. We'll see. My treat. It's like $1, but still, it's a thought that counts. And wow, those prices are low. Walmart low prices, eat fresh Subway. What? Now, I know you're wondering, Timmy, are you a member? Yes, I am. Not to brag, but I did become a member briefly a few years ago just to try the food court food, right? Some people told me, Timmy, you don't need a membership to try the food court food. But I like to follow the rules of life. So I got the membership back then. It has expired since, so I did unexpire my membership, which is not possible to do with milk. But luckily, I don't even like drinking milk, so that doesn't even really matter. Do I feel special that I have a membership again? Yes. Actually, very. Do I feel, exclusive and high-end as well? Without a doubt. Am I excited to get a 12-pack of Skechers running shoes with anti-corn technology built into them? More than anything. Anyways, we're gonna eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day for 4 days. So that's 12 Costco meals. We're gonna try so much stuff. It's gonna be a great time. So grab a meal, eat with me. That burp tasted like my gummy vitamin I take every morning. Delicious, I got to relive it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me in my whole career. Also, my daughter Regina and her big bug eyes. Also subscribe, I make food content, supermarket food content, hotel food, cruise food. We have a blast on this channel. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Costco once a day to buy my lunch and dinner. But on this first day, I'm buying all my breakfasts as well. Because when I wake up in the morning, mama's hungry. When mama doesn't eat for a while, she gets hangry, and then she starts screaming about wire hangers, and you don't want to see that. So that's why I'm gonna have all my breakfast here ready to eat the moment I get out of bed. Let's go to Costco. Oh, Costco. Oh my goodness. I arrived to Costco not knowing how much this grocery trip was going to cost, but I knew I would feel joy right until I found out. And this is it, this is the building. I love the pops of red. It really matches the stop sign right outside. It's all very cohesive. I see my favorite aisle. Good old me. So this is just a quick little overview of some of the prepared meals they have. They have ribs, they have massive chickens rolling around. They also have some different shrimp items, mac and cheeses, Asian dishes, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, wraps, so many different things. Pot pies, chili. Look at that tub of chili. I want to sink my face into it. Pizzas as well. So let's pick out our breakfast for the 4 days. We got some chicken and waffles, grabbing that for sure. I also got some coffee cake, a whole loaf of it. Ham and Swiss cheese croissants. I also got some breakfast sandwiches, these blueberry cream muffins. The cream part really made me think, where is it? Is it inside? Is it a cream filling, a cream sensor? We're gonna find out together. And some corn muffins. You guys know I love me some corn, especially when it's in whole kernels, so I can see it the next morning and say, hey. As for my day 1 lunch, I got this chicken taco kit. I also got this shoyu ramen with chicken and these Picklelicious pickled cucumber chips. And for my dinner, I got some chicken Alfredo.
And then I also got this interesting salad with a lot of different vegan looking ingredients, a lot of plants and different algae probably as well. And for my day one appetizer, I got these chicken cordon bleu bites. And for my day one dessert, I got, what even is that? Wait, I forget. Oh, it's a caramel tres leche bar. Anyways, let's have our first breakfast. We're having a chicken and waffles. It looks amazing.
So, welcome to our humble abode. Tammy, this is not a collaboration. I don't care if we're married. Go feed the pigs. And by pigs, I mean our kids, but also the pigs in the barn. Wives. Am I right, bros? Fist bump. So it's the morning, obvious. Well, it's 10 a.m. I'm getting a bit of a late start, but I had to film my intro and I had to go shopping. Well, actually, I lied. I went shopping yesterday, but I wore the same shirt to make it look like I was shopping today, just to make the video flow better, but I can't lie to you. But I did just film my intro. So we are starting the week off with a big, delicious morsel of food. The biggest waffle you've ever seen. Sounds like a dream for me. If only it had some blue syrup, it would be even better, right? Preheat oven to 400, remove from container, place chicken thighs flat on a lined sheet tray. What would I, stand them up? Oh wait, there's an air fryer method. I was just gonna do it in the oven because I follow the rules. If Costco tells me, hey, cook it in the oven, don't be rebellious, I'm gonna listen to Zaddy Costco. But there's an air fryer method, so it's a lot quicker. Preheat fryer to 400, and then it takes 10 to 12 minutes. We're doing that. And then as for the waffles, we basically just have to microwave them. And there's no other option for that. So we're gonna use the waves in our little futuristic box, even if it's probably gonna make them taste mediocre, that's okay. Okay. I feel like I'm at Popeyes. Where's my spinach? Okay, let's put these into here. I'm just gonna make 2 for now because I'm not hungry enough to eat a whole platter meant for 20 people. It's gonna take 12 minutes. And of course, I'm gonna check the temperature inside in case if they're not fully cooked. I just don't know. They are done. Let's see how they look. Ooh, the drip edge. They're already taking a piss in my house. Let's add some of this hot honey. Ooh. Oh my God, that was a really spicy bee that produced this. She had a lot of sass and was probably half Latina like me. She was like, bzz, como leche. So I always have to say this before every challenge. Yes, I'm gonna be drinking little diet soda pops. And I always have to say it because I'm gonna get comments that are like, Timmy, this is not correct. You're doing a challenge. This is not from Costco, okay? You should have gotten the Costco branded soda, the Costcola. It has 0 calories, 0. So it's not food, it's not sustenance. It does not exist. So I don't wanna hear logic right now. At all. Keep your brain cells to yourself, mama. In the words of Katy Perry, roar. Okay, let's try this. Let's first try the chicken and then the waffles and then both together. How about that? So this is a chicken thigh. It's not as juicy as mine, but it looks pretty nice. It is cooked through perfectly. The breading looks crispy in some parts, soggy in others, and that could be a sign of flavor. You know what I mean? Sometimes the best fried chicken has some soggy chunks on it. Let's see. Wait. And now the waffle? Oh wow, that's tougher than the chicken. You'd think it was a piece of waffle jerky. What? Okay, it's time to combine chicken and waffle together. The animal and the buttery flaky crisp mutated. I feel like a princess. Golly gee, am I surprised? Gee whiz. I'm not gonna be burping the whole video like I usually do. I have to stop that. I get comments saying, Timmy, I love you, but the burps are too much, sweetheart. First of all, condescending, calling me sweetheart. No one's ever done that. I just added that. And I kind of get it, but also it's a natural air release. It's like popping a balloon, but like a really handsome 5'7" balloon in Skechers. This is surprisingly delicious. Let me just clarify. I'm gonna be comparing all this food to supermarket level food. I'm not comparing it to restaurant quality because I don't think any of it's gonna match up to that level. And so when I'm critiquing something when I'm gooped, it's because I'm gooped at the level of a supermarket. Am I making sense? So I'm very surprised by the quality, the flavor, and the attention to detail when it comes to the waffles. First of all, the chicken is very real on the inside. That's a whole real chicken thigh. It's juicy, it's not dried out, but it's also not like fatty, like there's no fat blobs on it, so that's good. The breading could have a bit more flavor, but let me tell you, it tastes like pretty much classic fried chicken, but just a little bit more toned down with a hint of thyme, which is adding kind of a warm vibe and almost a stuffing holiday feel to it, which I did enjoy. It's pretty crispy enough, especially because it's kind of like twice cooked, you know? So that's an achievement right there. And then the waffle. I think the waffle is my favorite part because even if the texture is like a USPS priority shipping box, it's very tough. It does feel like it's been microwaved and it's not like a fresh vibe at all, but the flavor is truly astounding. It's so buttery tasting. It almost tastes kind of salty, like salty melted butter. And it has these sugar crystals in it. I think there's a certain name for the sugar crystal waffles. I forget what it is, but maybe it's like a waffle that went to Jared. It's like bejeweled, you know? Wait, what is it? Oh, it's a Liège Waffle. And it has sugar pearls in it. They kind of add a crunch and they also balance out that kind of salty butteriness, which just creates this really kind of interesting, unique flavor that went so well with the hot honey, so well with the syrup, and so well with the chicken. For supermarket food, this is incredible. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I didn't expect that. I thought I was gonna hate this because soggy chicken, microwaved waffles, disgusting, vile, trash. You know, that was my thought process when I was shopping, but this defied all odds and I'm really proud of it. So
it's time for our day one lunch. Just a reminder, we are having the chicken taco kit, the frozen ramen, and the picklelicious pickles.
You know, I feel like I'm at Epcot. My head is the ball, first of all, because we have so many cuisines here. We got some Mexican street tacos, we got some Japanese ramen, and we got picklelicious from Arkansas. Where were pickles made? I don't know. Alabama? Who knows? But this is given definitely one of those states, right? Maybe Florida even. I'm in Florida. I can make fun of myself, and my alligator loves to make fun of me. She's actually really mean. But before we cook this food up, I really want to try these so badly. So these are pickle flavored cucumber crisps. So they are not a pickle, they're cucumber, but they're flavored like a pickle. But cucumbers are pickles once they've been pickled. So somehow the cucumber is not the pickle, but it does have pickle seasoning, and the multiverse is real, and also pickles exist in all of them. So that's what we've got going on here. Are these fried though? Oh, I think they might be because it says sustainable palm fruit oil. How do you make sustainable oil? What do you recycle it first? Let's see. Oh my goodness, look at these. Look at those girlies. Can you smell the cucumber flavored pickle? I got the chills. I thought I would like these more than I do. You guys know I'm a pickle stan. I will eat anything that's been pickled, but I guess cucumbers with pickle seasoning are not what I thought they would be. They do have a nice pickle flavor. Let me lean on my ramen here. They're also extremely sweet, like way sweeter than your typical pickle. Maybe they're going for a bread and butter vibe, but I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not bread and butter. I am not a big fan of bread and butter pickles. Also, you'd think they would just taste like a chip. They don't. I'm shocked. I thought they would taste like a potato. They taste much more like a vegetable than a cucumber, which is interesting and disappointing. I wouldn't get these again, but I don't hate them. I'm gonna give them a 4. You're not very pretty and you're not very pickled. Okay, let's make this ramen. I think we just fill it with water and then we microwave it. That's it. Oh, I love a simple recipe. Just an easy home cooked meal that is prepared in like 3 minutes, you know? And I know a lot of these portions are huge. I'm probably not gonna keep all of it because it is probably not gonna fit in my freezer and my fridge throughout the week. So I'm gonna give some to my sister. Men. Oh! So there's 6 bowls in here. This is what it looks like. So it's kind of like a dried up ramen, but instead there's some more fresh items on top, like some fresh veggies and some fresh chicken. I'm guessing that the flavoring is at the bottom. Let's see. I'm gonna go fill it up with water. Easy. Selena? Next up, we got this taco kit. So it basically just says to heat the tortillas and the chicken up and then top with ingredients. Oh. It smells like a lime, but that might be because it's placed next to the lime. That's really all I can smell. Now, this comes with how many tortillas? Oh wow, like 12 maybe? This could really feed all of the of the dozen that are cheaper. So we got queso, shredded queso, a huge pile of chicken. That's honestly like a whole rotisserie chicken ripped apart. Then we got 4 limes. We got some cabbagey slaw stuff underneath that, some salsa, and some cilantro lime crema. The ramen's done and it looks very watery. So we're just gonna mix it up and hope that we see maybe some sort of vibrant seasoning float to the top. If it doesn't, we're having a water soup for lunch. And I'm grateful for that, but let's hope it's not that. Oh, I see a nice beef broth type of color. Ooh, it smells. Why does it smell like that? It genuinely smells like, oh my. You know what it smells like? It smells like musty. That's not how I want to describe my lunch. I don't know about you, but that's reality right now. So we're gonna try that once it cools down, but first let's make our taco. I did heat up a little portion of chicken. I'm gonna save the rest, and I'm gonna add the lime directly to the chicken. Is this an Elle Woods lime? Because I feel like it's themed to be like her. It's so pink, I think from this piece of purple cabbage that was stuck underneath it. Then we're gonna add the queso. Most people don't usually add shredded cheese to their street taco. I don't think that's very authentic, but I do think it's probably delicious, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Then we're gonna add some of this slaw that is painting the limes like it's Picasso. It's crazy out here. Now we have some salsa. It smells pretty good. Okay, let's just put a little bit of that. I like salsa a lot, especially with chips on a taco. I just like a little drizzle. And then we got the cilantro lime crema. Ooh, it smells so good. That smells like Daisy if she had a personality and wasn't just giving out dollops left and right, girl. Okay, gorgeous. These are done. Let's eat. This is what it all looks like up close. Dasani. And also tacos, delicious. Yes, this is the last half of the same soda. I like to save it for my meal so I don't drink too much soda. Let's try the ramen first because I feel like it's really gonna upset me and I would rather get through my emotions first and then feel joy. So what does this have? This is ramen noodles with tender white meat chicken and vegetables in a Tokyo style soy sauce broth. Okay, so there's no mushrooms in the description even though that is the odor it's exuding, but let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try a piece of chicken. It doesn't taste as bad as it smells, but it's still absolutely vile, and I would never eat it again. Let's start with the one positive. The chicken does have a mattress firm texture, and that's not the positive part of it. The flavor is not bad. The chicken's flavor is actually quite salty. It tastes kind of like a grilled piece of white meat chicken, but with a fake texture, you know? So there is a nice balance there. We have the future and the past. You know, the future is this very processed sorta type of texture, and then the past is more so that classic chicken flavor. I can deal with that. That's good enough for me. And the noodles taste like any old ramen noodle, right? The issue is the broth. The broth to me tastes like two things that are not even stated on the front of the box. It tastes like shrimp and mushrooms put together. You guys know shrimp have been growing on me. In fact, they've been swimming on me. I've been feeling their little tails flap. So I don't really mind that part of it, but I also wouldn't choose it for the main flavor of a soup. And it really does have an oceanic mushroom flavor. I feel like if you're a big fan of The Last of Us and you're really into fungi and like researching that, you might really enjoy this. It's very mushroomy and it's also watery at the same time. Like it's a very tame, light flavor. There's no real strong like seasoning in there. Girlies, that's a 1 out of 10. Marushen, you still got it. You're still at the top. Get out of here. Let's try the chicken street tacos. Oh. Extra flavor, sweetheart. What? Mommy, papi. Listen, divas, that's surprisingly good and surprisingly fresh. The chicken is so flavorful. You know what it tastes like? It tastes almost exactly like Chipotle's chicken. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Chipotle's chicken. It kind of gives me the ick sometimes when there's a piece of blubber, a piece of cartilage, a tender loin, or just the tender. Finding any of that icks me out. Luckily, this didn't have any of that. It just had the flavor. It's definitely chicken thigh, but it's like kind of like clean chicken thigh. And it has the same sort of smoky chipotle pepper chipotle flavor, right? Are you following? You are. Are you a follower? I'm a leader. I don't follow. And there's a slight tomatoiness. It's perfectly salted. Very impressed by the chicken. Oh, it's also limey, but that was probably because I put lime right on top of it. The slaw tastes fresh enough. It's just like plain cabbage, basically. The shredded cheese tastes salty. The salsa tastes pretty fresh compared to other packaged salsas, so that's impressive. Pretty good, nice, smooth texture. And the crema adds almost like a ranch sour cream mixture type of vibe to it that really adds a richness. And the tortilla, it isn't bad. It just doesn't taste like really fresh or exciting. It's just kind of like a packaged corn tortilla, which is fine. So I'm gonna give that a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Very good for a supermarket meal.
Let's cook our day one dinner. So just a reminder, we got the chicken cordon bleu bites, that grainy salad, we got the chicken Alfredo, and this tres leche caramel something. So I basically just took the lid off of the Alfredo and it said to put foil on it. So that's what I did. It blocks the signals from the aliens so they can't read your mind. At least that's what Joaquin Phoenix said in Signs. And I believe him. I do. This is what the chicken cordon bleu bites have. They have diced white meat chicken, Swiss cheese sauce, ham and green onions, all in a crispy buttery bite. It doesn't say buttery, but I like to add some pizzazz. And this is what they look like. And this is them posing in my crusty air fryer. Work it, smoochie!
Okay, it's 6 p.m. I'm really hungry. And I did not realize that the chicken Alfredo, even though it's, you know, ready to make, it's basically pre-made, was gonna take about 50 minutes in the oven. Not 15. Let me enunciate. 50. The D is fire. Woo! Oh my God. So I'm on edge, to say the least. Anyways, I have to make this stupid salad, which I'm very grateful for. So it's a grain plus celery salad with apple cider vinaigrette. Whoever came up with that name is really horrible at marketing. They should have named it like Summer Crunch or something, you know? But not everyone gets it the way we get it. We get it. It seems to have chickpeas, bulgur wheat, sounds aggressive. Quinoa, I used to think that was pronounced quinoa, but no, it's quinoa. Tomato, celery, onions, carrots, salt, soy sauce. Okay, it sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty fresh. It smells like a trash can. That's what it smells like. It genuinely smells like rotting vegetables, but I'm sure they're not rotting, I hope. And I'm not eating this whole thing, obviously, so I'm just gonna dump some into here. Okay, come on, grains. Come on, minerals. And then we have, oh, 2 sauce packets. I can save the other half. That's actually extremely thoughtful. You know, Costco, they don't just sell generous portions. They also think about your needs. This is not sponsored by Costco, but it sounds like I'm in love with them. You can't fall in love with a store, unless if you're on a TLC show, then you probably can. Let's just toss this salad together. A lot of you probably really know how to do that. Oh, it's smelling good now. There's still like a hint of like composting, but also there's a very nice like apple cider vinegar dressing. It smells really good. Okay, I also need to slice a piece of this caramel tres leche bar because I can't just eat the whole thing. That would be completely insane. And I would probably lose every ounce of confidence I have left. Okay, ooh. I want a slice of a tres leches bar real bad. I love how it really keeps its shape, really keeps its form. It's probably really good at lifting weights.
And this is the final meal. What do we think? Some of it looks crazy, but some of it looks really delicious, especially this tres leche cake.
The lighting might be caca right now. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. It's about to rain. I'm in Florida. The weather has its own personality, and girl, she's the messy one that always cancels plans and then shows up at a random moment. So let's first try Miss Stinky, the salad. I see, that was lightning. Regina's about to start shaking. Every time she hears thunder, she's like, whoa. Hey! And she freaks out. Anyways, let's try this. I hate it, and I have like 10 pounds of it in the fridge. Listen, I like most of the ingredients in there, typically. I love chickpeas, I love grains, I love nuts, I love all these different things, but something about all the different elements feel very stale. Like they've been sitting in that box for a while. Like the chickpeas feel kind of chalky, the grains feel extra grainy. I think I have a chunk of dirt stuck in my tooth. And then the dressing is way too sweet and way too sour. I love a sweet and sour vinaigrette, like I really do. I'm in like like a vinaigrette era, but this still tastes too much like apple cider vinegar. Like, I feel like the vinegar is supposed to kind of blend into a salad dressing, but it just still tastes too potent, you know? Luckily, it doesn't taste like rotting garbage, which it actually could. That's a really good band name. I think I might start one. Okay, it's very dark in here. Should I turn on like the lights or something? Anyways, why am I dragging myself on the floor? I could have just gotten up. Hello? Is that better? I have to give that salad a 2 out of 10. It really could have been much better with a better dressing and fresher vegetables. You want some, Edward? Oh, he doesn't like the smell. I think he's gagging. Next up, let's try the chicken cordon bleu bites. So this is kind of the appetizer of the meal, right? Little Papa Blue in my hair for the Teen Vogue party. I love chicken cordon bleu. I feel like it makes me feel very oui, oui. It's a very French dish, and I've never had the little bite version of it, so let's see. It's weird. It's got the genesis of glass. Look at that. Those are so nasty. I love them so much. I expected the outside to just be like breaded chicken, like firm chicken, like a chicken nugget with ham and Swiss cheese in the center. But this is much more like a fried ball of chicken cordon bleu flavored chicken salad. That is the texture. It has a chicken salad texture inside, and it has an extremely crispy outside, very much so like a mozzarella stick, but the breading is a bit thinner. And it has a lot of flavor. It's very creamy, cheesy, and there is a smokiness from the ham. And the chicken tastes real. I just was not expecting this vibe. And I can see from an outside perspective, you're probably like, Timmy, you're basically eating fried chicken salad. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And to that I say, don't knock it till you try it. Don't judge a chicken cordon bleu bite by its cover or by its chicken salad insides. And I think that's a lesson you can take with you forever in any situation. You know, it is not specific at all. So I'm gonna give those, oh my goodness, a nice 8 out of 10. I've really enjoyed that. Now it's time for the main event, the chicken Alfredo. It's a big piece of chicken. Ooh. Okay, so I know it looks like I'm eating a lot of it, and I am, but that's only because I'm a pig. It's not because I like it. This is not disgusting Alfredo. Well, the chicken's kind of disgusting. I will say that. But overall, it's not bad. The noodles somehow still have a good bite to them. That's impressive. Let's celebrate that, right? The sauce itself honestly tastes like any jarred Alfredo sauce. It does not taste special. It does not taste fresh. It does not taste bad. It just tastes like you could make it probably for cheaper with the same quality and taste. Oh, lightning. The thunder didn't come in, so I had to take its place. And the chicken really is terrible. It is giving Tyson chicken strips, like the grilled ones that really taste like a Tempur-Pedic or a Purple Pillow, whichever one you like. Completely flavorless with a terrible texture. So I'm gonna have to give the Alfredo a 4 out of 10. Just get a jar and a box of pasta, make your own. And with a rotisserie chicken, girl, you can make it a lot better than this. Last but not least, we have this gorgeous tres leches. Now, tres leches usually has a lot more milk in it. It's typically surrounded by milk, actually. All the leche it could ever imagine and dream of. But this one isn't. So maybe it was pre-soaked and then it was just put into a dry box. I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Diva, that is good, but as a half Cuban, half of me is about to tell you the truth. That is not the tres leche. It's not? I don't know what tres leche even means. Oh my goodness. Someone get the sazon. Imagine a new person comes to my channel and they see that and they're like, what's wrong with him? Is he okay? I'm perfectly fine, thank you very much. That is quite delicious. It tastes like a very moist vanilla cake with a dulce de leche flavored mousse in the middle and on top. Very simple, very light. The dulce de leche flavor does taste kind of like that fake kind of butterscotch caramel flavoring, like the stuff you put into a coffee. It tastes kind of like that. It doesn't taste fully real, but it still tastes good. I just wish I could taste the milk in this. It's called tres leche for a reason. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Buenas noches. That's all I know. The other half of me is blocking my knowledge. I'm just not getting any milk, but it's still a delicious dessert. I'm still gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. Day 2.
For my day 2 breakfast, I'm having some corn muffins and a coffee cake as well.
Bucky's, how you doing down there? Just trying to get a splinter out of my tooth. A salmon swam into my house the other day. It stunk. My teeth are super yellow. Crest whitening strips are not working for me. I'm a mess. Oh, so much complaining for the CEO of $1 million gas station empire. Some people just don't see that they're not relatable. Anyways, we are having a baked good morning. Oh, good morning. And I know what you're thinking, Timmy, that's a lot of carbs to eat in the morning with no protein. First of all, do I look like a gym bro to you? Am I tracking my macros? Do I even know what a macro is? I know what a micro is, and so does your husband. I do not care. Also, it's called baked good for a reason. It's good for your taste buds. Let's first try the corn muffins. It smells really good. Ow, my jaw popped. Pop it. Like it. I love it. Not a big bite. Don't take bites that big. That's a quintessential fantastic corn muffin. You know, it's very similar to cornbread, but I don't think it's exactly the same thing. I think a corn muffin has a little bit more of a stickier outer coating and a little bit more of a real cakey texture. This is very sweet, very moist. It's really giving Pillsbury cake mix, but with some crop circles just pulverized and blended into it. Those poor aliens worked so hard on those crop circles. They were up all night. They were like, this is my passion. This is my art. You know, I want to put a circle right there. Oh my God, that adds the perfect little detail. And then it's ruined. Respect art. So yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I loved it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Very nice corn muffins. Now we have the coffee cake. You guys know I don't drink coffee, not even a frappuccino, none of it. Even if Giada De Laurentiis said, hey, Timmy, will you drink this coffee? My Nona made it for me. It's from Italia, made this coffee bean. I would say, tell Nona to drink it herself. But I really love coffee cake. It's my one coffee exception. Hi. He blinked. I'm gonna name you Folgers. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. I am taking a centerpiece because I'm selfish and I do not want the ends. I'm never gonna understand the people that are like, you know, I like the burnt end of a lasagna. Give me the burnt part. Give me the charcoal. Gorgeous. Let's see. Is that chocolate? Chocolate? Willy Wonka? I need a little bit more. We are really starting the day off full of health and wellness. I was shocked to see and to taste that this coffee cake had chocolate in it, like little rare chocolate pieces throughout. Not in every bite, but it was such a nice surprise and it added such a richness and made this coffee cake almost taste more like a dessert than a breakfast. And on top of that, even without the chocolate, this is one of the best coffee cakes I've ever had. I should have warmed it up, but I'm too full now for another piece. It tastes so moist. There's such a strong vanilla cake flavor in there. And then the cinnamon swirls with the cinnamon crumble on top adds such a strong punch of spices, and the little drizzle of icing adds some sweetness. It's just incredible. It is a 10 out of 10 slay, mama. Wow, great start to day 2. Let's go to Costco.
That couch's sit-down air was crazy. Anyways, for my lunch, I decided to get the garlic pepper wings. They're fresh, they're hot, and I also got the fresh ribs as well, plus this Asian wrap. Just to change it up, we got hot, we got cold. And now for my day 2 dinner, I got this meatloaf and mashed potato combo. I also got this massive bucket of chili and this pumpkin cheesecake. Oh my goodness. So let's eat our lunch. We're eating it in the car because it's all fresh and hot.
Girlies, I know a lot of you like Costco. If it's your happiest place on earth, I'm happy for you. But to me, it's hell. I've shopped there twice so far. Both times I left in a slight state of panic. Why is it so stressful? Why are there so many people? Why is everything so big? And why are there so many carts? I know it's a supermarket, but there's extra. They were like double the carts, toss them around the store, make it an obstacle course so people can get their giant pumpkin pie. Why is it so chaotic on a weekday? Anyways, I'm calming down. I'm feeling better a little bit. I'm excited about this lunch. We got the hot items and a wrap. So let's try the wrap first. This is an Asian wrap with rotisserie chicken and dressing. And it seems to have, oh, it's a little soggy, guys. Ooh, it's giving scrub daddy. This is it close up. As you can see, it has rotisserie chicken. It has the little crunchy noodles, you know, like the little like bread noodles. What are they called? The crunchy, the buttery, flaky, crisp. John, what are they called? I forget, but also it seems to have some sort of a cabbage blend. And it really smells like nothing. I think all the flavor is gonna come from the sauce, basically. So let's dip that in. Oh! Wait, there was a weird flavor that kind of attacked me for a second, but let's keep eating. You know, for a magic eraser, it's not bad. Okay, wait, there it is again. There's an aftertaste. I hate it. Ah! Let me just say, it's pretty good besides the aftertaste. The tortilla is a little soggy, but it isn't soggy enough to disgust. It isn't soggy enough to make you go, ew, Jacob, Edward, change me. I don't want to taste the sponge. All the veggies are very crunchy and they do taste fresh, which is surprising. But there are water chestnuts in there, I think. And I've never liked water chestnuts because, first of all, I like my chestnut made out of not water. I know a lot of people don't like drinking water. They're dehydrated, they're dried up, but I don't think they're gonna get enough water from the chestnut. You know, like it isn't worth it. I've just never gotten the flavor because it really does taste like empty water. The sauce is pretty fantastic. I think it's very tangy, pretty sweet. It has a very strong sesame oil flavor. That's like the main vibe. And I love sesame oil. My issue with it is that there's this aftertaste that really reminds me of a sock, like a, like a sock that's been on someone's foot and that person has been struggling with a toe fungus they just can't seem to get rid of. There's just this kind of like sweaty, gross aftertaste that's hard to describe, but it's very strong and it really comes in once you've almost finished chewing. So you're feeling joy, 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 and then you're feeling despair. The aftertaste kind of ruined the whole thing for me because I'm scared to take another bite. So I'm gonna have to give that a 3 out of 10. Next up, we got the wings. I'm so hyped. So I just noticed that most of my lunch is protein, while most of my breakfast was carb. So it turns out, even if I wasn't counting macros in the morning, maybe I'm learning. Maybe I'm counting them now. Maybe I'm getting my protein in so I can lift with the bros and get the biceps swollen, you know, inflamed like a big pimple.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
What in the world? These are called cooked garlic pepper seasoned party wings. It's a party in here! Woo! I'm so excited. Which one do I eat first? There's so many. Definitely a leg. Wow. I want a napkin real bad. I didn't know Costco had that in her. I want more, but I have to save room for the ribs. Let me close it. I did not know that Costco was a professional barbecuer. You know, me and my wife Tammy, we've joined quite a few barbecue competitions and we won like a half of one. It was a tie for last place. Tammy makes her very special brisket badongadong. I have to be honest, these are incredible wings. There is one flaw, I'm gonna get to it first. They're not crispy whatsoever. If these were crispy, they would be unstoppable. They are very soggy on the outside and the skin is quite stretchy and flappy, but that doesn't even matter because first of all, the quality of the wings are fantastic. They taste totally real, very juicy, very moist. But the best part is the seasoning. The seasoning blend is incredible. It does have a very strong garlic flavor, but there's also sort of like a chili oil flavor minus the spiciness. They might be a tiny bit spicy, but barely. They're perfectly salty. The seasonings almost taste a little charred, which just adds depth. Just fantastic. I'm gonna give them a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Wow. Last but not least, we got the ribs. So what's it called? Cooked seasoned St. Louis ribs. Okay. Very big, very nice, very charred. Oh, just pulling the meat off. Really, I'm getting full. Wow. Oh, wait. Girlies, give me a second. I think Taylor Swift released something. There was a countdown. I forgot about it because I've been busy being a glutton. Taylor's what truly matters. Oh my God. What happened? Oh, it was just a cardigan. Taylor. So let me just say, I know a lot of you, oh, I got a piece of meat stuck in my tooth. So I know a lot of you are probably mad at me for the way I ate those ribs. Listen, these were not fall off the bone type tender. So I just didn't feel like ripping it apart. What am I, an archaeologist? Archaeologist. Am I one of those? Am I researching bones for the dinosaurs? No. So I just picked at it. I'm gonna save the rest. I'm very full. These are pretty good. They're just weird in the sense that they don't have your typical rib flavor. They taste much more like Cuban pork. A lot of you know I'm half a Cuban, and every New Year's Eve, Cubans make a whole pig because somehow that just rings in the new year even better. It's a tradition. And those pigs taste just like these ribs. This tastes more like a roasted pork than ribs. So I'm not mad at that. I was just expecting a different flavor, but it's still very good. They're very crusty on the outside. They have a strong seasoning. They're smoky, but not in like a ham kind of way. I hate that. And they're very juicy, but like I said, not fall off the bone tender. So honestly, these would go great with some arroz, some frijoles, you know, things like that. I don't think that they're as good on their own, but I still enjoy them, so I'm gonna give them, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sneeze. It's leaving! It's leaving! Come back. Please, Jack. It's gone. So I think I'm gonna give these ribs a 6.5 out of 10. Not bad.
For my day 2 dinner, we are having the bucket of chili, the meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and the pumpkin pie cheesecake.
So there's nothing really to prepare with this meal, but there's a lot to unbox. So let's pretend we're a tech channel and let's get to unboxing. Let's first unbox the cheesecake and get our first reactions. This is a pumpkin cheesecake with whipped topping, guys. You know pumpkin is my favorite pie, so I'm so ready for this. This whole cake is for me. Guys, imagine if a lactose intolerant girly ate this whole thing. Would her diarrhea launch her into outer space? Definitely don't do that. This looks incredible. Oh, ow, my hip, my love handle. It smells like a pumpkin pie, which is a great sign. Now, how do we cook the meatloaf and mashed potatoes? We gotta preheat to 375. It's gonna take 60 to 70 minutes. I just got a little lightheaded. Luckily, I'm cooking a bit earlier today. It's 4:30, so it'll be done around 5:30, but we gotta start innovating. We gotta start making technology to get food heated up a little quicker. And look at these potatoes. I am so happy that they gave me some slabs of butter. That's all I've ever wanted, but also there's something about a little square of butter that's extra delicious. I've personally never bitten into one, but I've always wanted to. I've bitten into cream cheese. I've eaten dollops of Daisy. That's how I knew what she's been up to. She's so crazy. But never a bite of butter. Maybe one day. Not today. And as for the chili, it's going in the microwave. I don't care what this says. Okay, good, it says it can go in the microwave. But I would have rebelled, I promise. You guys know chili's like my favorite food, so I'm so excited. Oh, it smells really nice. It smells like very tomatoey. I'm gonna heat all this up besides the cheesecake and I'll see you guys when it's done.
The meatloaf and the mashed potatoes are done and they look ravishing. What do we think? We got the chili, we got the entree, and we got the gorgeous dessert. Ooh, it's a very close up. Wow, Timmy, chill out.
This chili actually smells so good. And I've told a lot of people this. No, it's not that I'm half Cuban, even though it's a big secret that I just told to everybody. Oh my God. So I don't cook much, but when I do cook, I make chili because I make the best chili in the world. Do I have proof of that? No, no one has ever tried every chili in the world, but I'm just assuming because it really is that good. I may go as far as to say it's the best chili in the multiverse. And I always get comments saying,
Timmy, can we have your chili recipe? Timmy, please tell us.
It's kind of a secret, but if you guys really want it, maybe I'll put it in the comments. I'm not sure, we'll see. But let's see if this is as good as mine. My dog just gagged. You okay? If it's green, I'm gonna change your name to Reagan. No! Oh, okay. Is that a big chunk of meat? Okay, Go away. You know, I'm gonna probably get some horrible, painful gas later, and it's definitely not gonna be worth it. I am very disappointed. Not in the chili itself. I do think overall it tastes like a good basic chili. I really like the beans, they're tender. I think that the broth is tomatoey. It has a good amount of chili powder flavor, some cumin. There's some garlickiness. It's not spicy at all, at least to me. But if you think black pepper is spicy, mama, get the milk. Have it on standby. The one thing I didn't like about this was the meat, and it has a lot of meat in it. In fact, I got a huge chunk towards the end. I felt like I was eating a whole Salisbury steak in one bite. The meat to me, first of all, is not seasoned whatsoever, but also it tastes like a gas station burger patty. It tastes like a really processed burger patty in chili. And that's upsetting to me because chili should always be good. And the meat really ruined it. It could have possibly been decent. Even if it was a vegetarian vegan chili, you guys know I am vegan, so I would have still enjoyed it. The way that I enjoy eating branches off of trees, the same way. Let me just get the beans out of there because the beans are really nice. Without the meat, it would have been a nice 7, but with the meat, it's a 3. Palate cleanser. Coke Zero now featuring burp. Let's try the mashed potato. These look really fluffy. I'm seeing little blobs of real potato in there. So let's hope it's from Idaho, first of all. But let's also hope that the Idahoans put love into it, because you can tell the difference. When it's grown by Idahoans that are resentful of potatoes, because that's all they're known for, it affects the flavor. Costco! You did that! You did that! That is a creamy situation type deal type moment right there. I'm so pleasantly surprised. Out of all the supermarket potatoes I've had, those are some of the best ones. There's one flaw, they're a tiny bit grainy in their texture, but there's real chunks of potato, which I personally enjoy. I don't like a super smooth mashed potato. I'm not eating Gerber. And the flavor is simple yet very rich. There's so much butter in there. And not just the 2 little cubes that were on the top that I mixed in. There's a hefty amount. The Amish were churning day and night just to give me this blob of potato. And I'm grateful to them even though they would never accept me because of who I am. Wow, that got deep. Okay. I do have dreams of being Amish, but it's not possible. And they're perfectly salted. That's rare when it comes to mashed potatoes. And I can taste the heavy cream in there. It's just so buttery and so basic in the best way. 10 out of 10, slay. I'm shocked I love those. Let's try the meatloaf. Okay. Too much. Every time I critique a meatloaf, I always mention that meatloafs are very hit or miss. A meatloaf can be the most delicious thing ever if you add the correct ingredients. A meatloaf can also be the most vile blob you could ever encounter if you add things like oats and olives and crazy things that people just get too creative with. And every time I say that I don't like oats in a meatloaf, I'll get like a couple comments saying, Timmy, I put oats in my meatloaf. And then I feel really bad. I'm sorry. If you put oats in your meatloaf, I love you, I accept you, but also change now for your family, for everyone. This isn't you. And I have to say, this is one of the delicious meatloafs. Is it the best meatloaf I've ever had? No, but it genuinely tastes homemade. There's real chunks of onion throughout. The texture isn't too dense and like paste-like. It is kind of chunky, it has a nice bite to it, and it just has that classic simple meatloaf flavor. Some eggs, maybe a little bit of mustard, maybe some ketchup within, some breadcrumbs, a lot of seasonings. It just tastes good and not odd or weird. But I do have one critique. I think that the ketchup mixture is a little too sweet and there's a little too much of it, but it went so well with the potatoes. I'm gonna give it a nice strong 9 out of 10. Guys, this meal, oh, besides the chili, but this plate. Now this is the pumpkin cheesecake. I hope it's good. If it's not, I'll genuinely be sad for the rest of the night. I don't want to cry. This is the best thing I've had all week. This is the best thing I've had all year. This is the best thing I've had since I arrived on this pointless floating rock 31 years ago. And I'm not exaggerating. You know how cheesecakes can be so heavy and so rich? I expected that with this, but this is not. This tastes like a pure, fresh, homemade pumpkin pie with a cream cheese vibe in the background. So it's more pumpkin pie than it is cheesecake, if that makes sense. And I'm so grateful for that. It has the perfect amount of spices. It's not too sweet. And I think it's gonna make me levitate right now. Also, the crust is like more of a cheesecake crust. It has that graham cracker buttery richness, and that went so well with the pumpkin pie flavor. Incredible combination. And then this whipped cream topping is super light. Just has a little bit of pumpkin spice to it. 100 out of 10. I'm so happy. We have 2 days to go. See you tomorrow, girlies. Day 3. I feel like Pink on one of her world tours. All I need is something to propel me through the air. But I don't think Pink gets this out of breath, does she? Probably not.
For my day 3 breakfast, I'm having the smoked ham and Swiss cheese croissant and also the blueberry cream muffins. I almost said cupcakes. Girl, there is a difference, right? Probably.
We're about to have breakfast. By the way, let me just say, Costco food has me feeling fresh. Even if I'm eating cheesecake, meatloaf, muffins, sweets and treats, I'm somehow feeling lighter than a feather. All of my morning dumps have been extremely pleasant. So I'm very happy about that. I'm feeling great. Let's have breakfast. We are having the blueberry cream muffins. We're gonna finally find out where the cream is. And we are also having these smoked ham and Swiss cheese pockets. They could just call it a ham and cheese croissant because it's not really shaped like a pocket. Like, I'm not really seeing a similarity here. And it's by La Bolognese. Wait, let me translate that. La Bolognese. Let's open it up. Let's see what it's giving. Oh, they fell right out. This is how they look, very nice. And how do I cook it? Microwave or oven? Microwave. It's a little pocket. It doesn't need the whole oven. So it's just gonna take 1 minute. Uno, papi. Oh, that beat. Oh. Pink is possessing me again. This is what it looks like fully cooked. Look at that, guys. The cheese was bubbling in the microwave. In America, like, I thought only French microwaves do that. You know, let's first try the blueberry cream muffin. The mystery is about to be revealed. I feel like I'm playing Clue. Colonel Sanders was found in the closet with a cream blueberry muffin. Okay, so the cream must be in the middle, I'm assuming. There's no cream. I don't see cream, but I do see a cave. Oh my goodness, what is in there? Hello? So I can't hide the fact that I'm disappointed. I really thought that the cream would play a role in this muffin, but it didn't. It is still pretty good though. I have to say, I enjoyed it. I think that this muffin is very light in the sweetness department. I feel like the blueberries are actually like the main sweetener here, which is very nice. Otherwise, it kind of reminds me of the corn muffin, just with a little less corn. It has this like saltiness to it that I really, really like. And it's super moist once again. And these little crumbles on top are delicious. Are these the cream? Is it like a cream crumble or something? Because they do kind of taste like a shortbread cookie with a creaminess to it, which is interesting. Yeah, I like them. I'm gonna give them 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time for, what was it called? Le veggerie, le pestarie. No, le spaghetti. That is very nice. You know, if the texture wasn't a bit tough, I would think this was from a bakery in the French countryside where Belle spun around on that hill, possibly covered in ticks because the grass looked very long. The croissant is very buttery, very light. It has a classic croissant flavor. The ham is very strong. This is like high quality deli ham. This is not that Oscar Mayer trash that has little pieces of cheese in it that is shaped like a hockey puck, even though I sometimes like that delicious garbage. And then the Swiss cheese is very sharp, very salty, and it really brings all the flavor that this croissant needs. So I'm really happy with it. I'm satisfied, and I would get it again. I'm gonna give that a nice strong 8 out of 10. Yes, great breakfast. Oh my God, Pink, stop. Pink.
Ouch. So for my day 3 lunch, I decided to get this Mediterranean orzo pasta salad and this yakisoba chicken stir fry kit, plus these cheese flavored little snacks. Ooh. Also, for my day 3 dinner, I got these stuffed bell peppers. I also got this mac and cheese. And for dessert, I got these guava and cream cheese danishes. Let's make our day 3 lunch. Remember, we got the noodles, the pasta salad, and the little snacks.
Before we start cooking, I really want to try these delicious little snacks. I'm not gonna say the name because the jokes are too easy. As a world-renowned, silly, quirky girly, I like to challenge myself when it comes to jokes. And, you know, I'm not just gonna say, ooh, Spaceballs, where's the sack, you know? Even though that would be mildly funny, I like intellectual humor. In all seriousness though, if an astronaut goes to space, he can literally say, this is what I got, and they float. Anyways, it's by Lesser Evil. That's a crazy brand name. And it's real organic cheddar made with organic avocado oil. I guess that's what makes them less evil than the chips fried in canola. Those are so dark-sided, right? Okay. You know, they're almost good. They remind me of Pirate's Booty. Have you ever had those? What's up with the names of chips these days? We used to have morals and values. If Beth from Little Women were here, she would say, oh, these names, it's not proper. And then she would pass out from the fever. There is a strong white cheddar flavor. They have a different texture than your typical chip. They're a bit more grainy, a bit less fluffy, and there's a cardboard kind of background flavor that actually makes them taste more processed than your typical unhealthy chip. So I'm not saying they are more processed, but it's what they're giving. With so much for organic avocado oil, I'd rather make guacamole. I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10. Okay, it's time to cook. So our Mediterranean orzo pasta salad is already cooked. Obviously it's done, it's ready to eat, but this yakisoba chicken stir fry kit is not. So we have to get our Martha Stewart vibes going, bail ourselves out of jail, and cook this up. Now, I always thought yakisoba was a brand of like ramen noodles, right? Because there's like a certain like ramen noodle, I think by Mara Shen, that says yakisoba on it. But it turns out it's a dish. Guys, that's how uncultured I am. Someone needs to educate me more often. We have some sauce packets, we got the actual noodles, and tons of veggies. I'm very impressed. We're gonna get so many nutrients today. Using a large saute pan, heat pan to medium high, and add 2 ounces of oil. Add the vegetables and cook for 2 minutes. Add the chicken and cook for 2 minutes. Add the noodles and sauce and cook for 1 minute. It sounds easy to me. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna add the veggies. Ooh, I let the pan actually get hot this time. That's gross. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. We're adding the chicken, which is kind of in blobs. Girl, oh my God, okay. I just added the sauce and the noodles. Let's see it come together, girlies. Okay, give me a second. I can't stir with one hand. Stop being selfish. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you. I'll do better, okay? But anyways, it's mixed, it's done, it's heated through, and it smells real good, girlies. And that is my final meal. Homemade, and it only took a few hours. I think hubby's gonna be really happy with me.
All this looks so good. Let's try it, girlies. Oh wait, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's Sam. Hey Sam, how you doing? I've been good, just eating, you know, normal food, definitely not from any place that's your competition. No, I told you I don't want to join your club. I'm not into the clubbing lifestyle. I know I look like an heiress that would party all night, but Sam, I don't think you're a good influence on me. Also, your TVs keep singing. Maybe I'll visit your club in the future, but today I'll be at Costco. Oh, he's screaming. This Mediterranean orzo pasta salad has, well, let's just use our eyes, right? I see some red pepper. I see cherry tomato. I see a lot of spinach, orzo pasta, feta cheese, and some sort of dressing. Now, is this a meat? Is this a pepperoni? Maybe? Let's try it. I think the best thing about this is the dressing. It has a fantastic Greek dressing on it that has such a strong lemon flavor. There's like a hint of oregano in there. It's tangy and it tastes like summer. I think that the red peppers do add a very nice flavor throughout. Even in the bites that don't have red pepper in them, you can still taste it, so that's very nice. Now you can tell it's not very fresh. It just has sort of a leftover feel to it, but it still tastes good. And last but not least, the pepperoni. I did like the flavor of it. I think it kind of added pizzazz to the whole salad. I don't think the texture went with it because the orzo is so tender and then the pepperoni is so you know, it's so meaty, and I don't know if the texture's blended. I did try to avoid eating too many pepperonis because I've only mentioned this like once on my channel. A lot of people don't even know about it, but once I ate 60 turkey pepperonis because I was on a diet and they were low calorie. So I thought to myself, oh, what a perfect snack. Nothing bad could happen, could it? I crisped them up in the microwave and they tasted like pepperoni bacon. Delicious. And I had 20 of them 3 times throughout the day because I couldn't help myself. They were so good. Then in the middle of the night, I woke up. My big left toe, I had to think for a second about which side this is. Sorry, I was homeschooled. My big left toe was enraged, angry, plump, and it was very painful. It turns out I had the gout at the age of probably, I think 22 maybe? Taylor Swift had a hit song at that age. I had the gout. So it just shows everyone's path in life is different. That's the message I wanted to tell you today. So I'm gonna give this a nice 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time for the yakisoba. Oh. I'm enjoying this. I'm not blown away, but compared to other grocery store Asian style dishes, this is one of the better ones for sure. The chicken tastes totally real. It is definitely chicken thigh. It's tender. And it kind of tastes like the bourbon chicken from the food court. You know, the ones that are always given out as samples. They're like bourbon chicken. And I get it once, I try to go around again, hoping they won't recognize me, and they do. Once, someone told me, "Uno, papi." And that's been in my vocabulary ever since. That is what the chicken tastes like, just a little less caramelized. And the noodles have a nice bite to them. They taste fresh. I think that the sauce is nice and sweet. It does sort of have a classic lo mein flavor to it, but just sweeter and a bit more syrupy. And the veggies taste great, but I do feel like there's a very, very strong celery flavor throughout the whole dish. That's just a little much. No one likes celery that much. And if you really like celery, girl, it tastes like crunchy water. How could you? But overall, I'm happy with this. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a very nice, oh, it went in my nostril. 6.8. Why not? Yeah.
It's time for our day 3 dinner. We got the mac and cheese, the stuffed bell peppers, and the guava and cream cheese danishes for dessert.
You know, I haven't had a stuffed pepper in probably 15 years. And I think the only stuffed pepper I ever had was like the Stouffer's frozen ones. So this is gonna be a new experience for me. Do you think that Quasimodo ever stuffed his bell? No, I'm not gonna say pepper. Like, do you think he stuffed the bell, like in the bell tower? Do you think he shoved meat in there, like ground beef and rice and things like that? I mean, I don't blame him. I'd be going crazy too if I was stuck in a bell tower alone. And then people call me a monster just cause I'm a little different. But at least he's being creative. Good for him. Esmeralda's like, what's that smell? And he's like, it's the meat and rice. We do have to cook these 2 items, the mac and cheese and the stuffed bell peppers. Blessed day, Aunt Lydia. They both have to cook at 400 degrees. I can put them in at the same time. They'll cook perfectly. This is what I get for working so hard on that stir fry earlier. It was a lot to handle. So thank you, big man upstairs, for making dinner easy under his eye.
So I cooked them both, put some foil on top, and look at the mac and cheese, guys. It was so cheesy, it was stuck to the foil. That's what I like to see. And the bell peppers look like food. Sound test. Oh my. Wow, this is very cheesy. Look at that. What? Okay. Costco's got that goopy vibe. And this is the final meal. Elegance, opulence, a pile of mac and cheese.
So, do you guys think I got enough mac and cheese? Hey, Regina. Hi, baby. Ooh, she likes the smell of that. Anyways, let's try it first. Guys, I'm shook by the cheesiness, like visually. I have never seen mac and cheese this cheesy that like wasn't homemade. Stop looking at me. Look at her. She keeps judging me. Look away, please. It tastes... What do you want? Do you have to take a piss? Shall I open the door for you? Come on, Regina. I am so proud to say that it tastes homemade. It tastes like someone literally made it in their house. It might be the cheesiest mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. The noodles have a perfect bite to them still. And the cheese sauce literally mainly tastes like tons of melted cheese and cream. Like that is the flavor, but it's like really sharp, flavorful, like cheddar cheese. And there is a hint of maybe garlic in there. I just would have preferred if there was also maybe some sort of tanginess, maybe some mustard or something like mixed in there just to add a little something something, but it tastes like high quality, pure mac and cheese. So if you like that, you'll love this, girl. I'm really impressed. And for dessert, Pepsid, and that right there is a blob of cheese. I'm gonna give that a very strong 9 out of 10. Now we have the stuffed bell pepper. What does it even have in it? I forget. I know it has beef for sure. Definitely cheese. More cheese, more? Can I handle it? I guess we'll find out tomorrow morning. Okay, let's see. It's not terrible, but I don't know. Quasi, I'm so sorry. I know you worked so hard on this, but maybe keep trying. The bell pepper is still a bit crunchy. It isn't mushy. It's fine. It's a bell pepper. Ding dong. What else do I say about it? Nothing. And I do like the flavor of the meat filling. It's tomatoey. It's garlicky. It's a little bit sweet. It kind of reminds me of a mixture of beefy pasta sauce and like a non-spicy chili, kind of mushed and glooped together. My issue is the beef itself. So I did see that it was raw when I got it, kind of like a piece of sushi, and it was like actual ground beef. But for some reason, it does not taste like that. Once again, just like the beef and the chili, it kind of tastes like a gas station burger patty, broken up into little tiny pieces and put into a sauce. And it is not giving what it needs to give. I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Ooh! Now we have dessert. This is a guava and cream cheese Danish. So I'm not gonna say it again, because I already said it like once or twice throughout my career, but I am half guava. So woo! I'm half Cuban, and us half Cubans love guava, especially because it's on half of the Danish, so I can really relate to it. And it also has cream cheese. If you haven't had guava, it's like a tropical fruit, and I just can't describe the flavor to you. It's iconic. Figure it out for yourself. Stop depending on other people. I need the filling. Oh! Wow, girlies, even if you're not half Cuban, I think you could still possibly enjoy this, which is crazy. The pastry itself is so buttery tasting. It tastes like a fresh croissant. A lot of Danish pastries can taste processed, dried up. Not this one. This one is very croissant-like. And then with a little bit of icing on top, it adds the perfect sweetness to the butteriness. Adore. And the filling is incredible. The guava tastes like guava jam, and the cheese part tastes like cheesecake. Put it together, you got a tropical queso. Loved it. 10 out of 10. Slay. Well, tomorrow's the final day. I will see you, girly son. Oh, I'm too full. No. Day 4. Work it. Regina, come here. Pose with me. Okay, so put the hand on the hip. Okay. And then we arch over, almost like we have the worst diarrhea bubble stuck within. And then we smize. And we show neck. Come on, Regina, be an ostrich. I know you're a Shih Tzu, but be an ostrich Shih Tzu hybrid, a mutant. And we find the light. There's so many on the roof, I don't know which one to find.
Let's make our day 4 breakfast. We're just having a good old breakfast sandwich. That's it. So I just wrapped it in a paper towel because that's what it said to do.
Well, this is it. The final morning. We have eaten almost all the Costco meals they had, at least the ones that looked appetizing. And I know after we've had all these amazing meals, this breakfast does look a little anticlimactic. I mean, it's a paper towel. I know we all love Brawny. He's a big, strong man with a gorgeous paper towel empire, but it doesn't look that delicious. But it's about what's within. And within, we have a Kirkland signature breakfast sandwich. This has a spiral butter croissant, applewood smoked bacon, and egg and cheese made with cage-free eggs. Yes! Set those chickens free. And look, guys, it's a spiral butter croissant. So have you ever had a spiral butter croissant? Did it try to hypnotize you? Right. Yeah, right. Okay, let's unwrap this. There's the bacon. As you can see, we have 4 halves. And then the egg actually has a little yolk in the center. Okay, organic. Oh, and is it seasoned with black pepper? I've never seen that in a frozen breakfast sandwich. That's kind of fierce. Damn. I need space to eat. I'm grateful for the flakes of black pepper. I'm not grateful for my flakes of dandruff. Ooh, is that Parmesan cheese? No, it's my scalp. To be honest, it's a very basic breakfast sandwich. In fact, I think it's less delicious than possibly even Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwich line. And Jimmy, I feel he stopped trying because he's just been the king of breakfast sandwiches for so long. The croissant isn't buttery enough. It's a bit more sandwich bread-like than your typical croissant bun. I think the egg is a little dry. The cheese isn't salty enough, and the bacon does add a hint of smokiness, but it's not very flavorful bacon at all. Actually, I think sausage would have made this taste a lot better. I think I'm gonna have an early lunch because this is not satisfying mama. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 10.
For my final Costco lunch, I got the birria taco meal kit. I also got this enchilada bake with rotisserie chicken. And then for dinner, I got this big chicken pot pie and a gorgeous 4-meat pizza. And then for dessert, I got this chocolate cake bar layer moment. So let's make our day for lunch, the birria tacos and the enchilada bake.
It is 10 a.m., but I checked and this enchilada bake is gonna take an hour. So we're gonna eat lunch at 11 like a normal human being, not like Lima Bean. She eats at crazy times. She'll have lunch at midnight and she'll be like, I'm so quirky, I'm so crazy, I'm a Lima Bean. No one eats me, but I'm still here. It's annoying and forced. You are like the other girls. You just like to pretend that you're not. Anyways, we basically just have to put foil on this and cook it in the oven for 50 to 60 minutes. We're gonna do 50, always the lower end. And it's apparently made with rotisserie chicken. Costco loves to use their rotisserie chickens in everything. I've noticed that. I don't blame them. They make massive rotisserie chickens. How do you grow a chicken that big? That's my question. Do you give it a lot of whey protein and say, lift, lift, and the chicken's like, now these look good, but I don't know how I feel about the bell pepper chunks on top. It's just different. I just like a cheese sauce aesthetic. And we got birria! I love birria tacos. Oh my. So there's an oven option or an air fryer option. We're doing the air fryer. They'll get real nice and crispy.
So this is the enchilada bake fully cooked, melty, gooey, ooey as well. And this is the meal. So we have the tacos, the enchilada bake. The consomme looks so different and unique as well. And then we have the side of rice. And Regina, hey girl.
This is the thickest consomme I've ever seen. You know what it looks like? It looks like in Willy Wonka, the old one, the good one, not the newer one with that blunt bang or the Timothy Chalamet one. No, thank you. No, thank you. The old one. It looks like the chocolate sauce in the chocolate river that Augustus Gloop gets stuck in. Right? Does it not? And look how it moves. Wow. Wow. Let's first try this rice. Okay, it's nice and warm. All right. Regina, hey girl. She's unfazed by my roaring. Regina, sniff this with me. Doesn't that smell great? It's great. She's confirmed it. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Huh. Huh. It finally happened after days. That tastes like classic Spanish rice. Honestly, it has the tomato paste flavor. It's very oniony. There is an extra lime flavor, which is interesting. I enjoyed that, but the texture is a little gummy. Like it kind of becomes a bit too mushy in your mouth, but the flavor is fantastic. Wow, 7 out of 10. It's now time for the birria tacos. Let's dip it into this pudding, okay? Wow. Those taste nothing like birria tacos. Nothing. But I still adored them. If you like frozen beef taquitos, like the old El Paso ones, if you're a piece of trash like me, you're gonna love these because these taste like fresher frozen taquitos. They have that same kind of corn tortilla flavor, but the beef does have a slightly more real texture. Flavor-wise though, just tastes like classic shredded beef, not birria meat, you know what I mean? And the cheese was very ooey gooey, almost like a white American cheese, which is very different than, what do they put in the birria tacos? The queso fresco? No. Queso, 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 for sure. But this consomme also doesn't taste like consomme, but it tastes like blended up chili. Not like chili peppers, like chili, the dish, and like the stew. You know, is it a stew? What even is a chili? It's a stew. Just made into a smoothie. It has a very strong cumin flavor, and it tastes so good with the flattened taquitos. So I really enjoyed that. Even if it doesn't taste like birria, it tastes real good. I'm gonna give it a very strong 8 out of 10. Last but not least, we have the chicken rotisserie enchilada bake. A lot of you know I'm half Cuban, but did you know I grew up in New Mexico for 10 years? And I got my fair share of authentic enchiladas, from green chili enchiladas to red chili enchiladas. So not to slap my own back, but I do have a lot of experience when it comes to enchiladas. Is that a bean? Why is there a bean in my enchilada? Regina, why is there a bean in my enchilada? Girl, I don't know, just eat it. She has a lot of common sense. Okay, I see chicken, I see oh, they used flour tortillas. Timmy, don't judge a tortilla by its cover. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Wow, those are some of the worst enchiladas I've ever had. And the flour tortilla isn't the only issue, but it is an issue. When you use flour tortillas for enchiladas, they get stretchy and gummy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Use corn tortillas. Corn tortillas get almost a cakey texture and they just kind of break apart. And it's just much more enjoyable to eat. The chicken tastes fresh, but flavorless. There's beans and corn and chunks of peppers, and that's not working for me. It's giving it a very kind of succotash texture. And I'm not eating a succotash, I'm eating an enchilada. And then the sauce, oh, horrible. Regina, I need your comfort. The sauce tastes like tomato paste and cilantro blended up, and that's it. I don't taste any real seasonings happening, right? Very disappointing. I'm giving them a 2 out of 10. Well, at least the taquito wraps were great. I'll see you for dinner. Let's cook our final Costco dinner. So just to remind you, we have the pizza, the pot pie, and the chocolate cake. I put the pot pie in the oven, and guess what happened? It cooked. I took the chocolate bar out of its packaging, and guess what happened? Nothing. And I cooked the pizza as well, got very crispy. So this is the meal, girlies. What do we think? The pot pie, the pizza, and the chocolate bun. Wait, pan means bread. I meant cake. How do you say cake in Spanish? Bunt. Look who's here. Boo Boo, my eldest. I have been seeing all of your comments saying, Timmy, where's your other dog? We haven't seen him in so long. He's barely in my videos because for some reason, a lot of the times when I start filming, he thinks it's, how do I say this? A Wednesday, a hump day. And Regina has to put up with all that and she gets very annoyed. And so sometimes it's just more peaceful to just have Regina in the room while I'm filming and he can be in the living room. It is time to feast. This is the final meal of the video. Bah. That was most likely the final burp, but there could be a plot twist and the burp could come back. I have had such a wonderful past 3.5 days. I really think a lot of Costco's prepared meals are good. Not sponsored, by the way. I expected them to be a little worse, but they've mostly been at least decent. Nothing, well, almost nothing, has been truly disgusting. I just got a flashback to the trash salad, to the rotten plants. That was kind of nasty, but mostly everything has been good. So I do recommend, honestly. Let's start with our appetizer. These 4 pepperonis are gonna be enough for the month. I was trying to hold it in because I really wanted that last burp to be the last. Sorry I disappointed you. You know, I enjoyed that. I really did. It's not amazing pizza. It's not comparable to something you would eat in Rome, Italy, you know, next to the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Because it's leaning, all the toppings just kind of drip off. So you just grab a piece of bread and you just wait. And that's how you make authentic Italian pizza. This has 4 meats on it, which is more meat than most of us have. There was meatballs, sausages, pepperoni. That's 3. Where's the missing meat? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yes, my biceps. I really like the crust. It is a pre-cooked crust, which I think added to the crispiness because it was kind of cooked twice. And it did have this almost like fresh dough flavor to it, which is very nice. The marinara tasted very simple, just like a classic sort of sweet marinara. And the cheese did have that processed cheese flavor. You know how some cheeses on pizza kind of look see-through? I call it window cheese. You look into the dairy. This kind of had that cheese and I loved it. It was salty and it wasn't too real. And the sausage had a just classic Italian sausage flavor, perfect crumbly texture. The pepperoni was very salty and it kind of tasted like salami actually. The fourth cheese was probably salami. It just blended in with the pepperoni. Mamma mia, I figured it out. And the meatball was my favorite of all the meats. And there were so many. It tasted like a homemade meatball. Perfect texture, kind of a Parmesan-y kind of flavor, delicious. So for a supermarket pizza, I really did like this. I'm gonna give it a nice 7 out of 10. Very good, okay. Now we have the chicken pot pie. Guys, this was the final boss of the prepared meals. It took an hour and a half to cook. It was so hard to wait, but I did it. I faced the final boss and I won. Anyways, it has whole baby carrots in it, peas, I think rotisserie chicken once again, some sort of chicken pot pie sauce, and a whole lot of crust. It's mostly crust, which I'm not mad at because I love pot pie crust so much. Oh my! Mmm. This is really giving homemade chicken pot pie. The rotisserie chicken really works here because it just tastes like lean white meat and it goes so well with the sauce. This tastes like a classic salty chicken broth based gravy. It's perfectly thick and then all the veggies are very tender and the crust is so buttery flaky. It tastes like a homemade crust. I was expecting like a Swanson little chicken pot pie but like stretched out. You know what I'm talking about. But this is not that. This really tastes like Meemaw cooked it on the farm. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Wow, really enjoyed it. So now last but not least, we have dessert. I have to say all the desserts so far have, I think, eaten and I ate them also, but this looks a little too rich. Does it not? Oh my. Oh, this is so good. You know, I love it. I do. The cake layer itself is really moist and it just really tastes like a good old chocolate cake. When you think chocolate cake, this is what you think of. It has the perfect amount of cocoa powder, not too sweet. Then the mousse in the middle, like that chocolate mousse, is very light and it's also barely sweet. So it's not overpowering. It isn't doing too much. Then this white layer to me tastes like cheesecake. We have the light mousse, the light chocolate cake, and this rich cheesecake, and then another layer of chocolate cake. The one thing I would change is this top layer of ganache. I know it makes the cake pretty, but I think that ganache in a thick layer can be too much. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, it's incredible. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Guys, the video is over. That's it. Go home. If you watch this whole thing, you are that girl. Thank you so much from the bottom of my bum. Have you guys ever seen Where the Heart Is? Natalie Portman, I love you. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. I love you so much. Bye, girlies.